our topics of the day.
We're talking about Pete.
Here's number. No, Blake gets to choose. We're gonna stick to the format.
All right.
I think he knows.
All right.
I think he knows.
All right.
First topic, Pete. What's your first topic?
Pete.
No, you got to give me another one.
All right, fine. Nona's.
Nona's. Put a check mark beside that so you say Nona's again when it doesn't get picked.
Oh, I'll bring that up. I was in tears yesterday. It was fabulous. Yeah.
Nona's.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure exactly what that one is. Let's go with Michelangelo effect.
Okay, I'm interested in that.
Okay. All right. So we have Pete, Nona's, and Michelangelo effect. Blake, which one are you going to pick?
I'm going to go Pete.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
I'm so shocked.
I did not see that coming. I am just caught off guard. I did not know that Pete was going to be our first topic.
Wow.
All right. And we're talking about Pete Rose.
Oh, I thought it was Pete the dog with the bullseye around from the Little Rascals.
Not Little Rascal.
Not that. That's Petey. Right. That's Petey. Yeah.
That's Petey.
Yep.
Different. Yep. We're talking about Pete Rose. Recently passed. All right. And the commissioner, Blake, correct me at any point because I just perused through this article and my excitement might make me make the facts a little askew.
Okay.
All right.
That often happens.
It happens a lot. So
facts. It's America today. Facts are malleable.
I never let the facts get in the way of a good story. All right.
Hey, you're in the right country at the right time.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
It's not like I'm in the news or anything.
Right.
Right.
Fortunately,
creating the news.
Right.
We are.
Fortunately,
we are the local. So if you want to be in the now, this is where you're at.
So what happened with Pete?
Pete Rose.
Yeah.
You have not heard.
I just did this afternoon, but I'm looking for more information.
All right. So Pete Rose has officially been named eligible to go into the Hall of Fame. Now, Pete Rose is the hit king. He was probably the most competitive athlete I can think of, and played. I've never seen him not hustle. He earned the name Charlie Hustle.
Yeah.
And you know who gave him that nickname?
Somebody he knocked over, I'm presuming.
No, it was Mantle.
Really?
It was Mickey Mantle. They were playing in a spring training game, and he said, "Look at the old Charlie Hustle over there." And he was kind of making fun of him,
right,
a little bit, because Mantle was kind of towards the end of his career. It was the early '60s, and
Pete was young and thin.
Pete took it as Mickey Mantle's talking about me as a compliment.
Exactly.
So, and he loved the nickname Charlie Hustle, and he would draw a walk, and then he would sprint to first base, and he sprinted out to the field every place he went. He never was lackadaisical in any of his career.
You can't take away the man's ability or his accomplishments in Major League Baseball. He is by far one of the consummate professional baseball players, record setter. He was fabulous.
Well, and the way, and some people are going to be like, oh, are they going to kind of let the steroid people go? They're not
different issues.
They're not ineligible. They are eligible.
Right.
They get voted on. They are eligible.
Right.
So Pete was never able to be voted on, and neither was Shoeless Joe Jackson, who also,
which is fabulous,
got his release.
And that was a bum rap.
And he attended the meeting. I don't know if he actually took the money. I don't know if anyone actually.
It's never been. I mean, the speculation has been that he was, innocent of all charges.
Yeah. Well, he
played well.
He hit the only home run. He hit over 300 in the series. Didn't make any errors in the field. Made a couple nice plays. In this 1919 series.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever watch the movie 8 Men Out, he did go to the meeting. And he knew about it, and he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that Kennesaw Mountain Landis basically said. You might not have done it, but you knew about it, and you could have saved the integrity of the game.
Yes. Yeah, and thrown eight of his teammates under the bus.
Yeah, 7. He was number 8.
Oh, okay. Don't they put 9 men on the field?
Yeah, but only eight of them went to the meeting.
Okay.
So only 8 of them were actually in the meeting. Only 8 of them actually got banished from baseball. So it's
a tough position to be in.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And the thing was, this is not the time when there was, you're getting $40 million to hit
Right.
225.
Right.
Okay. I mean, and that's what drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could hit 225 in the bigs because I bunt my ass off.
Right.
That's when I was.
Yeah, but
That's when I could.
how
That's when I could run.
How are your wheels exactly?
Not anymore. Not anymore. But these guys getting paid $40 million to hit 225. It's insulting to guys like Pete and Shoeless Joe.
Yeah.
But Pete Rose, one of the things I find fascinating about him is he made the All-Star team in 5 different positions.
Wow.
So I mean that's no one else is even close to that. So
third base, first base.
Yeah. He started off as a second baseman.
Okay. And he played the outfield at all?
Yeah, left field and right field.
Okay.
So he was in left field before he moved to third base. So he was a second baseman, then moved to the outfield, then moved to third base when George Foster came in, and then he moved to first base later in his career. But he was right field and left field is where he played. He played right field a little bit before Griffey Jr. got there. Then he moved over to left field. Yeah. So he made the All-Star team at 5 different positions. There's only 4 left.
Right.
So
he was a lousy pitcher.
Yeah. I bet he would have found a way to win.
I'm sure he would have hit everybody. He's the hit king. He would have knocked him down.
Yeah. I bet he found a switch hitter. He's never going to be on that, basically the top 5 all-time greatest baseball players. But if you go with measuring of a heart,
yeah,
he's there.
If you're building a team and he was in his prime, it would be hard to overlook him, especially because of his versatility.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in my mind, everyone who says Ricky Henderson's greatest leadoff hitter of all time, you might want to look at Pete's numbers first before you embarrass yourself with that statement.
Hey, Francisco Lindor is inching his way right up there.
Yeah. I'll definitely say
you said that out loud, by the way. I don't know. That's recorded on in.
You know what? Got a bunch of leadoff home runs so far this season. He ain't going to catch Ricky, but you know,
Ricky has like 83
leadoff home runs.
He's the person that's broke up the most no hitters of anyone.
Really?
Yeah, because he had 83 home run, or he broke up the most shutouts of anyone.
Okay.
I think he might have broke up the most no hitters of anyone too, because of how many hits he got from the leadoff position.
Oh, well, that's every game he played in that case. Yeah. I think he holds the record for the most leadoff home runs.
Yeah, 83. Yeah, there's no one close to him, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anyone close to him. So I'm happy for Pete. I'm happy for Shoeless Joe
sure.
and their families because they went through a lot.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Pete Rose was bounced for gambling, but he never bet against the Reds when he was managing.
Yeah, the problem is
that's always the allegation. But
I don't think he ever bet against the Reds. And here's what he said. He said, if I didn't have a good feeling about it, I just didn't bet for my team.
Sure.
He's like, if I had a good feeling, I bet for him. But if I didn't have a good feeling, I didn't bet for my team. He knew who was pitching. He knew who wasn't.
Right.
And, so pretty impressive.